by the Sudanese government, air attacks especially. We've seen attacks on Sudanese soil by Chadian-based rebels. There's a similar situation along the border with Central African Republic. So what you're seeing over time is these borders sort of blurring and conflicts merging into one Central African civil war. It's still very much at the heart of Darfur, the Central African crisis, but it's a better entry point into the problem than Sudan itself is. So the European Union, with a UN mandate, decided to send peacekeepers to try to do something about Darfur, and they sent them to Chad. It took a year to get countries to commit troops and resources, and they finally began deploying this spring. They're still deploying in many of the locations where the EU will operate, where EUFOR, it's so-called EUFOR, will operate. They had to build a base from scratch. It is to protect Darfuri refugees in eastern Chad. It's a vague mandate. What does protection mean? Do you attack the rebels? Do you attack bandit groups? Do you adopt a strictly defensive posture? How close to the camps do you get? How closely do you work with the Chadian government and with the refugees themselves and with the aid groups? The mandate is to protect the refugees and the aid groups that are caring for the refugees. But exactly how EUFOR is going to go about doing that is yet to be seen, and we'll see what happens. I visited one of the new Polish camps, the one that when it's fully established will be responsible for security around Iridimi in the town of Iriba. And what they call it North Star Camp. It's predominantly Polish, but when I was there were some Irish infantry whose job it was just to protect the camp while it was being built, and also some French logisticians who looked after supplies and things of that nature, while the Poles had a bunch of engineers there actually building the base.
Okay, so at the beginning we have to, let's say, when we arrived here. First of all, we had to agree the place with the local authorities, because it turned out that very close to the FOB there is a cemetery. We couldn't even see that it was the cemetery, because it looks completely different than the cemeteries we can find in the United States or in Europe. So we had a little bit to change the place for the FOB.
When did you occupy the camp?
We started to work here on the 8th of May, about 24.
You have here right now, it's mostly Polish troops.
Yeah,
right?
Right now I have here the Polish Advance Party, consisting of 111 soldiers. We have French engineers and logisticians, about 24 people, and Irish Force Protection Platoon, about 40 soldiers.
And their job is mostly to prepare for a larger group that's coming later.
Yeah, exactly. The main party of the Polish troops are coming in the middle of August.
So when do you think you'll be able to begin the routine patrols?
When the rest of the operational troops arrives, I will, let's say, intensify these operational activities here. So we should intensify them in September, because after the coming here, the soldiers must go through the introduction training. They have to accustom with the area, familiarize with the area, and after that they will gradually launch their operational activities. We work a week. Sometimes I meet them twice a week even, and we discuss about the current problems, how to solve them. The cooperation with the local authorities goes very well, without any problems, so we have a close cooperation. Our idea is just to provide the security here, but the security is not everything. So we want to, let's say, help the local population with improvement of their roads as much as it is possible, because we have also the limited capabilities. But also to, let's say, provide kind of the assistance for the local primary school. as well. The truck with the armored cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Here you can see the Land Rovers that belong to the Polish military police specialized unit company. We'll use them during the operational activities.
Why do you need an armored truck?
You never know what may happen. The best, let's say, example is Afghanistan or Iraq. We'll have troops that already served either in Afghanistan or in Iraq or in. For these soldiers, it won't be the first mission. Here we are approaching to the ammunition dump or depot. We are using the HESCO bastions.
What's a HESCO bastion?
You can see them.
Mm-hmm.
And we can fill it in with the sand.
So it's a sand-filled barrier.
This is just, we'll approach so you will see how it looks like.
For many of the nations contributing to U4, this is a big deal, and even for the EU itself, it's a big deal. This is the first major overseas mission for the military mission for the EU, and for a country like Poland, which it's sort of a new member of NATO, a new member of the quote-unquote free world, participating in this mission is a really big deal, even if it's only a few hundred troops. So the Polish defense minister dropped in to pay a visit, to chat up the troops, to talk to reporters, and to meet with local authorities. In one sense, it was a PR event.